you're going on this adventure, and you have this uneasy feeling about this adventure you're going on and looking out into what it might look like. But you're really busy and you don't have too much time to focus on preparing for this adventure, and you're just like, I'm just gonna kind of go with it, even though you have this kind of looming feeling in your stomach about what might happen on this adventure. And there's just this feeling that you're thinking, well, I feel like something bad could happen, but I'm just gonna go forward and we're gonna go on this adventure anyway. So you leave your home and you start going down this adventure, and you're going down the trail and you find yourself lost and you're not sure which way to go. Do I go right? Do I go left? Which way is home? There's a big snowstorm and I can't see my footprints to see which direction I came from. I'm disorientated and I'm really in a crisis situation now. What do I do? And you're thinking, I had a map to safety that showed me these trails and showed me which way to go. And I didn't bring it. I didn't think I was gonna need it. I didn't think I was gonna need that map to safety. And now I'm in this crisis situation. Even though I felt like it was coming, I just didn't want to face it. I share this story with you because it's really a bit of a metaphor for my family and my family's story, and the story of many other families as well. Knowing that we're going in this adventure of life with our loved one that has a developmental disability, and that a crisis is maybe just around the corner, or it's eventually going to happen, and that map to safety can help prevent or help us get ahead of that uncertain event, or that that storm that's potentially around the corner or coming. Whether that's in the case of my family, it was my mom just being physically and emotionally burnt out and no longer being able to be that primary caregiver, supporter, doing absolutely everything on her own, that super mom. It could be a family health challenge. It could be an event that was unpredictable and just happens and sends us into a crisis. And during that time, we sure wish we had that map to safety that showed us the direction forward. Maybe our family had already been working on putting in some more safeguarding and some more taking action to be implementing things so that things would be easier for us, right? So really, if we don't plan, if we don't build our map, we're planning to fail. And my family didn't plan, and we ended up in crisis. So I'm sharing this with you, and maybe you've had a similar experience on your adventure, on your journey with your family and your loved one with a developmental disability. But I sure wish that my family had taken the time to do some learning and to do some planning, maybe even start implementing those plans before it got to the point of crisis, before it got to the point of my mom being burnt out, right? So the question is, you're watching this video, so you're probably thinking, okay, this might make sense for my family. Where do I start, right? So I mentioned learning. I think learning and planning go hand in hand, because if we're not learning about what the best life could look like for our loved one with a developmental disability, then we're going to be selling them short. We're going to have a plan that's not the maybe best life for our loved one. It might just be the things that we currently know of or that society has taught us, such as, for example, group homes, which are not the best living situation for people for anyone, but especially for people with developmental disabilities. So, we need to do some learning along with the planning, right? And those two things go together. We need to start with what I call awesome, right? So we need to start with the bar up here, because if we don't, again, we're going to be selling our loved one short when we're building that plan or that map, right? We need to think ordinary, right? So we need to think about, what are the and somebody else of a similar age, what are the things that they would be doing? And that opens our mind, opens our thinking to many more opportunities versus just opportunities for people with disabilities, right? And we need to be thinking about all these different life areas like relationships, employment or contribution to society, supports, and home, right? And home, I know, is a big one for many families. So those are some things, really important things to think about as you get started. And if you're thinking specifically about home and building your map for home or your plan for home, I've created the starter guide to creating a home, which is a free 9-page PDF. I just updated it, and I think it's going to be really helpful to help you organize your thinking to create that map for home or that plan for home. So below the video here, you can click on the link and get your free copy if you haven't done that yet. And scroll down, leave me a comment below this video, and let me know where you are on your journey to building that map to safety, or building that plan, and how that's going for you, and what you're thinking about in terms of that map or that plan to safety. So I'm Eric Gall. Together, let's take a step forward.